Wait, what?
Bathroom and being in Florida or being in California or wherever isn't going to stop me. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes...
You peed standing up. Huh.
A little self-conscious about with the sound. Huh. Think, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there?
Yeah.
But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine.
Tino also posted a series.
Jesus, bro. Jesus, this is so bad. These people set the trans movement back so much. For every person like this, there's probably like 50 trans people that just want to live their life quietly as the other gender. But people like this are going to ruin it for everyone because the community can't actively call these people out for the bad actors that they are. If a group can't accurately exile its own bad actors and its own extremists, it will become defined by them. And I think creeps and weirdos like this have now defined the trans movement, and people are completely tired of it. That's what's happening. They do so much damage to this.
Of photos inside women's bathrooms at the amusement park.
This
rating
is crazy.
Each one, I guess, for their trans friendliness.
Why would you do this?
I genuinely do not know why there is this preoccupation that persists with the place that you go to pee. I am
Occam's razor.
beginning to think this is a form of mental illness in and of itself. Once again, very on brand. But if there was ever going to be an on-brand moment that I would support, it's protecting yourself from data brokers, which is why today's video is sponsored by Incogni. Have you ever gotten
Marking
a call
territory?
like this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sydney, you've won $100 billion. Please give me access to your bank
My
account so I
impression
can
anyway.
get to you.
Or a text.
I've always been compassionate towards trans people, and I'm okay using people's preferred pronouns. It's not really that big of a deal. But the one thing that I do have a problem with is when people want to invade women's spaces and they want to be treated the same as women. Especially in instances like bathrooms are designed for people based off of their biological characteristics. If gender is a social construct, then you should logically go into the same bathroom that your sex is, because bathrooms are designed for sexual organs and not for genders. Like, I mean, again, this is just logic. Like, if you think about this rationally, you come to that conclusion.
Like this. Hello, Sydney. This is USPS.
Like,
we lost your package. Please click this link so
I don't know
we
what
can
to
find
say.
it for you.
But I didn't send a package.
It's obvious.
If the answer is yes and you do get spam calls and texts,
Based off
then
genitalia?
unfortunately your private information is probably out there on the internet somewhere, being traded by data brokers. The alarming thing about this is that these data websites create detailed...
Yeah, in my opinion, I think what they should do is they should just simply, like, this is what I think. I think that you should always use your, you know, your gender that you had at birth. Like, it doesn't matter whether you had surgery or anything like that. I think that if you want to use a bathroom, like if there's a gender neutral bathroom, great, you can use that. But if there isn't, you need to use the one that you were assigned at the beginning. Your default? Yeah, you've got to use the default. Somebody's comfort does not supersede other people's safety. And I think that the reason why, like, women have a lot of safe spaces. There's women's only gyms, there's women's only clinics, there's women's only shelters. And the reason why is because women are smaller and weaker than men, and men can overpower women, which means that women need to be separated in some cases and protected. That's the reality, because that's biology. That's just how it is. And so, that being said, you destroy that reason whenever you allow men to come into those spaces. That's it. There's women-only jails. Yes, exactly. That's a different argument? No, it's not, actually. It's not a different argument, and that's the point that I'm making, is that the entire premise of that is that women's bathrooms and women's spaces are made to make women feel safe. That's the primary focus of these spaces. It's the same as women's sports. Women's sports are so women feel safe. Can you imagine how unsafe it would be to have co-ed boxing? Come on, like, it's so obvious. And so if taking their safety away is a risk, then it should immediately be, like, you shouldn't even take that seriously at all.
Then publish them online for anyone to see. So it is because of this horrible practice that I can't believe is legal that I 1000% recommend Incogni.
Would you be against trans men using male bathrooms if they look like men?
And request
You should
that
just
they
use
remove
your
personal
sex.
information. Incogni also deals
use
with
your
any
sex
objections
bathroom.
and keeps scanning
Simple.
these sites on your behalf and reissuing
It's such
takedown
a simple
notices if your
concept.
information pops back up.
Which it does and can do because they can keep re-adding you. God, I hate data brokers so freaking much.
And thankfully,
They
it
need
is
to have all of these different services are a symptom of a disease. The Congress and the government needs to have more laws for privacy online and people that just put up all this information publicly. Especially with like how much swatting and doxing happens nowadays, it's just such a huge risk. And honestly, these companies shouldn't even exist. I mean, these companies are great to use, but at the same time, this is a problem that shouldn't even happen.
wildly easy to use. You create your account, give Incogni the right to work for you, and then sit back and watch the magic happen. Since making my account, Incogni have completed over 1,000 removal requests for me, which
Jesus
is absolutely
Christ.
insane. And now, very excitingly, they offer custom removals too. This lets you request a removal from any data broker site not already in Incogni's system, and from websites where they can legally request a removal. So if you too want to protect your private information and
Someone says in chat, they said, I have a unique question to pose. What about a woman who transitioned to be a man? I have a friend that was a trans man and would use family bathrooms where possible, but would go to the men's bathroom instead. I had no idea he was a trans man for my first year of knowing him. He just looked like a regular man. You should use the sex that you were given at birth. If you were born with a dick, you need to be using the men's bathroom. If you weren't, then you need to be using the women's bathroom. It's actually that simple. This is basic human biology that has existed for thousands of years. It's present in all other life forms, basically, almost all. I don't think that we should complicate this in any capacity. Because the moment that you complicate this, you enter into these concentric, it's like an onion of problems. It's like, so is it okay if you pass as the other gender? Okay, well, what if you don't pass? Well, what's the definition of passing? It's all of these complications. Whereas if you just fucking, like, it's a, you know, again, you just enter into a million problems by talking about this. There's layers and layers and layers of this. It's so simple. We've been doing it forever. Let's not reinvent the wheel.
fight the evil data brokers, then click the link in the description or go to incogni.com/Sydney. And don't forget to use code Sydney to get 60% off an annual plan. Obviously, and unsurprisingly, these actions really bothered a lot of people, your girl here included, to the extent that it kicked off an entire online discussion where Tino was once again accused of being a fan of the playground and being overall really creepy in general. One small TikToker also claimed to be present in one of the photographs that Tino posted in the women's bathroom and said that she was looking to take legal action with relation to the matter.
Smart.
Anyway, I'm scrolling and guys, look what I noticed. Boom.
That's you?
There I am. I personally am going to try to seek legal advice about it because I don't know what else was taken without my permission. Like other photos that may not have been posted because I don't know what else was taken in there.
You just shouldn't be taking photos in a bathroom. Like, I mean, Dr. Disrespect did it, he got suspended. Like, I understand, like, I mean, here's the thing, is like in high school, very regularly people would take like phone videos in bathrooms of like fights or something like that. Like, I get that, like, especially if you come from like a sports background or, you know, you're like that type of background, like, yeah, people would do that. But I mean, this is a totally different perspective. This is a totally different situation. And it's basically like this person saying, wow, look at me, I got in. This is a totally different situation.
While it was supposed to be a private area, when it was supposed to be somewhere that I should be able to just, you know, do what I need to do and feel safe doing so.
Because, fun fact, you can't take videos or pictures of people in bathrooms or locker rooms or whatever in the state of Florida. That's where...
So you're telling me that they could have just found that out? Lily could have just found that out by just looking it up on the Google, but just didn't do it? That seems like a bit of a mistake.
Disney World is. My stupid sick brain can't remember if I already told you guys that. So it's in Florida. Anyway, here is why we are talking about this absolute weirdo once again. The Attorney General of Florida, a man called James Uthmere, you guys know, I'm not good at names, I'm sorry.
Some fucking Dark Souls name.
Johnson's podcast on June 23rd, 2025, that an investigation into Lily Tino was in full swing.
This is a transgender influencer. This seems to be like, first off, like you shouldn't be allowed to like film inside of bathrooms. It seems really creepy. But then here in Disney, it's like extra layers of creepy and wrong. Is there anything happening from a state level on this topic?
Yeah, we're investigating this. We do not tolerate men or boys in women's and girls.
If they end up convicting this person and then charging them of a sex crime and putting them in jail, whoever this guy is, this is going to guarantee his political career for the next 30 years. This is like, there's like $100 bill on the ground, and I'm saying, pick it up! It's right there!
Restrooms, gyms, private spaces, no tolerance. We're investigating this one. We've already cracked down on some gyms in South Florida. They were allowing people that identify as women to go into women's locker rooms. We put them on notice that legal action was coming. Thankfully, they changed their ways.
What a surprise.
It's amazing we have to have these conversations today.
It's ridiculous.
But here in Florida, we believe there are two sexes, men and women, and we are going to protect our girls at all costs.
Yes, Lily Tino is being investigated by the state of Florida. Maybe...
Oh. Man. Of all the places to do it in, why would you do it in Florida? It might even boost DeSantis 28 for president after his battle with Trump. Yeah. No, people are so tired of this creepy shit.
I do believe in angels after all. Now, because I know you guys, I know some of you are probably thinking,
I don't believe you.
And you know what? I had the same thought.
I get it.
Because there's lots of politicians who go on people's shows and they say things either in the heat of the moment or they exaggerate in some way. And so when I initially heard this, I thought, okay, well, what are the veracity? What are you even saying right now?
Yeah.
What is the veracity of this claim? So I just so happen to know somebody who works for the Attorney General's office, and I reached out to that person and I said, what is going on? Are you actually investigating? And this person responded and they said, I can't give you any more details other than what's already been said. But yes, I can confirm we are in fact investigating. And I was like, can you give me any more information than that? And this person was like, no. And I was like, okay, well that
seems
sucks.
pretty open and shut. If this person recorded themselves in a women's bathroom and it's against the law, okay. That's fucking easy. I mean, it's just right here. Look, I mean, there it is.
I guess I'm not one of those special people that gets to have any goss. Bright side, silver lining, at least the confirmation is there. They are, in fact, investigating Lily Tino. Normally, too, I would wait for more information to come out, but when I asked this person as well, what's the timeline of information on this, they said, I'm not giving that to you either. So I wanted to just tell you about this, and maybe we can cover it as it unfolds, because
I
am excited about the fact that Creepy McCreeperson might actually be stopped from being
and especially, and this is another really good thing, is that as soon as one person gets put in jail or put on the sex offender list or something like that, that's going to stop everybody else from doing it. Because the reason why people